Hi, I'm Joe of the Joe Slick Live Show. My interactive live show is on twitch.tv/Joe Slick Live. Monday through Friday, 7 to 9 a.m. Mountain Standard Time, and occasionally in the evenings at 7.
8 o'clock.
During the live show, I review and talk about reports from government, private, and other reporting agencies and websites regarding celestial and terrestrial phenomena. Topics will include solar flares, sunspots, geomatic storms, and near-Earth asteroids and comets that are being monitored around the world. Included in the report is current events in the last 12 to 24 hours here on Earth, consisting of volcanic, seismic, and weather events. I close the morning report off with what's happening in the local and world news. Thank you, and you can be a part of the morning report by going to twitch.tv/Joe Slick Live. Look forward to seeing you there, and remember, don't get none on you. Good morning. Oh, love y'all. Good morning there, Timmy. Good morning, the Snow King. Yep. Soon he's going to change his name to, what is it? The Walleye King. Yeah. I don't know if he'll be able to do it, though. Sometimes they don't like you when you go back to the old names. But hey, if they do it, he'll have to figure it out. Good morning, Susan. Nice to see you all out there. Vampy, good morning. Good morning, Rockabop76. And Canuck. Yeah, he survived the storm, huh? Yeah, Simply Sue, good morning or evening to you. Flutter Girl, good morning. Yeah, why do I thinking, yeah, I'll just let that one go. Croatia Dude 96, there you go. Good morning, bud. Good morning, Beth. I pray that you get over your illness real fast. Yeah. And in the storm warning there. Good morning to all. The Red Wagon's in the house today. I think 42 went to work, so hey, 42. Hoot. Anyway. Yeah, as I'm looking at the Grindavik right now, there's 3 vents still pumping out gas, and I don't know where the magma's going, if it's just like bubbling right there and staying right there, or if it's going underneath somewhere into some trench, or if it's building it up higher, and I don't know. Last report, they said, build the walls higher. Keep building, as Mrs. Winchester used to say, because it's all vanity. Yeah, vanity of vanities. Let's see what we got here. Yeah. Oh, anyway, we had a couple of rock and rollers last night. I'm not sure if you're aware. A 5.7 off of the, basically, between Eureka, California and Coors Bay, Oregon. So right in the middle, where the Klamath Falls area is, Grants Pass. They call it Port Orford. Really? Gold Beach, Port Orford, Brookings, Crescent City. Yeah, all of those were there. And it happened just offshore last night. We were watching it late into the night. I think Timmy and I were here. Not sure if anybody else. Oh, yeah. Sister Beth was out there. Yeah. She was hanging in there with us, and I think Flutter Girl was too. While we watched the earthquakes there happening, and Big T-shirt Billy missed it. He got his wake up call. I was calling him. I know how to get to the guy. Let me tell you. I know how I'm going to wake his ass up when he's here. Get him rolling. Yeah. And put them speakers outside and turn it up. Wake the neighborhood at 6 a.m. Oh, yeah. uh. Can you imagine? It's all quiet. Then all of a sudden, this song comes on, and it's just, it's brutal, yeah. You heard it. Excuse me. Hold on a second. Yeah, well, I had to continue that. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, he missed it. He missed it. Big T-shirt Billy. Waking up to 120 decibels. Yeah, that's a jet airplane flying overhead, about 10 feet over your head, yeah. But, yeah, just a wake-up call. That's what wakes me up sometimes here. I get a little lightheaded there. Woo! Uh-huh. Coffee. More coffee. It'd be hot. Yeah. Yeah, so Port Orford, the border between Oregon and not Arizona, but California. The Gorda Ridges is a spreading center between the Gorda Escarpment and the Blanco Fracture Zone. What the hell? There we go. And the Blanco Fracture Zone is a strike slip zone that's the bottom of the JUANDA FUKA. The Gorda Escarpment is the straight line that goes right into almost Eureka, right? And where all the bigger earthquakes happen there in Rio Del and Fortuna and Redway, Delgado Canyon and Eel Canyon and Bayside, so all of those on a coastal area north of Ukiah, right? Ukiah, there's no R in it. It's Ukiah, UKIH. Yeah. There we go. Yeah, a little coffee helps me get going, baby, with a little heavy metal. Bam, 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 bang my head. Well, don't do it too hard. Anyway, but Blanco Fracture Zone is a strike slip where the split, in my opinion, from the Gorda Ranges to the JUANDA FUKA Ridge has separated, and the Blanco Fracture is much more active than anywhere else along the bottom part of the JUANDA FUKA. So it's like moved out to sea or away from where it was altogether, and I'll show you what I'm looking at here. Ding. Make sure all that's off. Yes, sir. Follow YouTube. There we go. So here's the Gorda Ridges right here. Here's the Blanco Fracture Zone, the strike slip area, and here's the Gorda Escarpment, right? That's a mountain or a valley it goes way down there. It's a big break in the plate. Yeah, something broke the Pacific plate. And many years ago, like maybe 40 million years ago, this thing was down, maybe down here. Some 40 million, I think 800 miles. So maybe down here in the top of Baja. That's right, it moved north. Yeah. And then all of a sudden, it hit this little plate right here. Well, this plate wasn't here all the time. It was out here. And then it was down here. Right. See, we have to see where things move. We assume that. Oh yeah, the JUANDA FUKA was always right here. No, it wasn't. It was down freaking here. Probably that same 800 miles where the Murray Fracture Zone is. Yeah. North America slammed, and North America was probably right here where Salt Lake City was. Right here. Where 40 million years ago, that was 120 to 160 million years ago, the Salt Lake City, the mountains outside of Salt Lake, right here, were all built up. All this was underwater, baby. And not even here. A lot of it was down here. Yeah, in Mexico. So all of this has moved up. Yeah. Slammed into North America. The Pacific plate, pretty strong plate. Yet somewhat of it subducted. It went underneath North America. And part of it hasn't gone out underneath yet. But the strike slips are happening. And that's why we have several earthquakes out here. Telling you, hey, it's still doing its thing, man. When it's moving, 3 inches a year. Yeah. God, 3 inches. I remember the day. No. 5.7. Here, let me just, 4.8. It started off, now USGS is a little tricky, man. They're these little butt brains. These weren't here last night. It was just the 4.4. Then they added these two overnight. Yeah. Anyway, so it started with a 3 to 3.9 and a 4.4, then kicked to a 5.7, back down to 4.8, 3.5, and a 4.1. These were actually up here. But who knows? USGS does whatever they want. We have to take it, and that's just the ball game right there. And so this one out here is the anomaly. Why would that happen out there? If all this is happening here, see the push? You see the wave, right? There's a wave. It's pushing, spreading. Oh, spread it. Yeah, pushing here. It's spreading apart. This is a spreading ridge. This is a strike slip. This is a strike slip. Most of the earthquakes that happen up here by Eureka happen north of this line. Why is that? Here, let me show you. Search the catalog. Dun, 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 dun. Let's go 4.5. Custom. We'll do do 1800. Why not? You can see it all. Custom. And if I zoom it in, right there, right, use that one. Yeah, and search. There are 502 earthquakes, 582 earthquakes, right? Now notice that everything primarily is north of the land. North of this thing here. Why do you think that is? What's the pause mean? There's one here on the San Andreas, the top of the San Andreas, 6.7 Mendocino. There's a big one out here in a 6, right? And these ones are like early in the years, 1900, and so 1945. They may have not known how to get the triangulation right. So primarily above this ridge, above the Gorda Escarpment, is all the earthquakes. I wonder why. And you'll see right where this series of earthquakes are happening here, where the oranges are now, you can see that's kind of an area where it gets happening. And then just slightly down, there's another swarm area since 1800. And then closer to shore, there's a couple of big ones. There's a Brookings 7.0 right there, right? Big one there. Here's another 6.0 in Pistol River. They got different names for all this crap. But I find it interesting that there's basically three areas here where most of the earthquakes happen. And you can see the bends, in the plate, right? And then you see down here where it happens along the ridge. And looking at GE, and we'll go open up to GE. Looking right up in here, you can see where the sediment has rolled in, right? And then there's this funky looking thing here, right? Well, if I zoom in, right here is negative 13,000 feet. And then it rises, and it rises, and it rises, and it rises, and it rises, all the way to this point here, about 6,100 feet, right? And if I zoom out, right, and then it starts to drop down the other side. So this is a ridge, right? 13,000 to 6,000. It's about a 7,000 foot rise, right? Most larger mountains than most of y'all have seen, but unless you've been to the Rockies. And then it drops down to 9,000, 10,000. Then out here's 10,000 feet, 8,000. As we roll up on here, back to 10,000. So this is deeper, and this is shallower. Banging up against this damn thing. There's a break in the plate right there. So what do you think is happening to that? What's natural? If the plate's moving this way, right? And it doesn't all move together. So if I showed you, you know, here's the thing that we're looking at, right? And this is the Gorda. And then this is the land, right? And the Gorda. And for some, this thing's a little bit off, but hey, whatever, right? I can fix it for you here. Just so that, you know, we're looking at the same thing here. Yeah. There you go. All right, so the Gorda's here, the Blanco's here, and this is the ridges. The ruffles have ridges. But this is a spreading zone. This is a strike slip. And that's what this is. Strike slip. So that means the ground is being made here, right? More land is being made here, right? As magma pools up, and in this section here. So it's like making more stuff. And as it makes more stuff, this side has to go that way, and this is slowing down, or vice versa. It's the same thing that's happening here. The Pacific plate is moving in that direction. It's bouncing off of this ridge right here, pushing it in that direction, kind of in a circle, because this is small now. Yet the Pacific is, the Pacific is moving in that direction. Out from underneath, kind of, to me. Here's the San Andreas. I just should probably change that color for you too. Here's the San Andreas, right? That hits the Gorda. It goes out. So the Pacific plate hits this. It's like hitting a wall. And then over here, beyond the JUANDA FUKA, right? I can make it yellow so you can see it better. Beyond the JUANDA FUKA, it's still moving. It's sliding by, right? But yet this is this ridge, this huge stinking ridge that's building up because the Pacific plate's pounding it. And then in so doing, this, although this spreads and this rocks, it's being driven by the Pacific movement of Pacific plate that way. So I know there's a lot of colors, but don't worry about it. That's what's going on here. So there's this big old giant freaking ridge that this plate is and this plate are part of the same. They're just banging each other. There's still conjecture whether or not the JUANDA FUKA is part of the Pacific plate or part of a new plate. All right? There's conjecture about it. It's all theoretical. There's a spreading ridge here, and there's a spreading ridge here. But right here is where the volcanoes are, the Cobb and all them, right? Let me see. Show layers. Everything. There you go. Can't see them. I don't know why they're not even out there. Anyway, there's volcanoes here, and it's a hot spot, and it's spreading as well. Why? Because it's moving with the Pacific, and it's being pulled apart. Much like what's happening out here. Being pulled apart. Because the Pacific plate's moving faster than North America. Pacific plate's grinding up against the edge of North America where the San Andreas is, and pulling all the west coast north. It's been doing that for 120, 140 million years. Why? Well, there's a bunch of stuff right up in here and a bunch of stuff right here that all were down here in the ocean somewhere. What? Yeah. It got all moved north. How did that happen? Well, that Pacific plate's moving north. North by northwest. It's moving right to this junction right there, actually. So all moving this way. And you can see the bend, right? This little piece here, right? And you can see how this is all moving. And then moving right up into there. So there was a time it moved differently. But hey, you know, this is where we're moving now. But that's why we're watching these kind of little earthquakes that are going on. Here's the told you the thing, there's still smoking and they're still spewing out stuff. So where's it going? I don't know. Is it just sitting there playing in the middle? I don't know. But anyway, the history, showing the history of the where the quakes are happening. And look, there's nothing happening out here. I don't know why. This little area, I went this whole area, but this is the primary area. Bottom of the JUANDA FUKA, or a part where the Pacific Plate is pounding the bottom edge, and they call this the govt plate, you know, the mini plates. And then it's spreading because it's being ripped apart by the Pacific Plate moving north. Creating the, strike slip. Strike slips come out of the ridges all the time. You can see them everywhere. You see kind of another little thing here. And this is where I use this map here. Whoop, not that one, I apologize. It's this one. This map here, and it shows me all of what I just told you. The red is the spreading centers. The green is the strike slip. The purple is the compression. I mean, it's being squeezed together. The red is pulling apart. The green is sliding by each other. So part of the Pacific Plate, in my mind, but the EPR, the East Pacific Rise, right through here, right? Very strong, very, very powerful break in the plate. Gets a little messy as it comes into contact with North America. I wonder. I wonder if it was on this side of Baja, California, and Baja was connected down here, and when it went underneath, the spreading split it apart like it's trying to do Nevada. Gordon, California, Nevada. Oh yeah. And as it did, it split apart. Right here, the EPR goes all the way up Baja now. Right up to the top of the volcano up there. And Baja has moved in the last 40 million years. Moved north. About 400 miles thereabouts, maybe. Yeah. So I think it moves 20 million years, it'll move 400 miles. So 800 miles would take 40 million years. Something like that. It's something close to those numbers, you know. And so these parts, in my mind, were part down here. And when North America moved over the plate, there was a subduction zone creating the Sierra Nevadas, creating the mountains outside there in Utah. When it first crunched, like, I don't know, maybe 60 million years or 160 million years. And then the Sierra Nevadas were created in 110 million years. Now, the Cascades are only, how old? They're about 40 million years, the current Cascades. There is another set of Cascades that were right there as well that were created a long time ago. 110, 90. When things smashed up against the North American plate there, yeah. So the whole West Coast has engaged in smashing and grinding, and you know, you think it was in a mosh pit here in a, you know, in in a concert, but so that's what's going on in my mind, my understanding of it. We do get the San Andreas rocking and rolling. Yeah, these are all of them here, and the trains there, but all of them all day today, just today. And along the, down here in the south, the San Jacinto Fault, then the other fault, the Elsinore Fault, which is longer. It's not as active as the San Jacinto Fault, but it is active. Could be this, that it's just sliding along, not having to worry too much. but it translates over here through Borrego Springs, from Julian over to Borrego Springs, and moves on up through Hemet, up into Wrightwood, and back onto the San Andreas. And it's the San Andreas moves all the way out here to Yuma. The Imperial Fault, or the top of the EPR, East Pacific Rise, smashes up here, and they both join right here, just north of Brawley, where the volcano is at the very top. There is a bunch of volcanoes off to the right here, and there is a volcano up in here that is semi-dormant. These weren't dormant back in the 1800s. Very, very, very active, especially all through here when this volcano and these used to go off when the floods, what happened, and the Indians didn't live there. They didn't like it. It's like, hey, it's flooding. Oh, shoot, the mountains are blowing up. And in Fort Yuma, they can see the smoke rising from the volcanoes. Yeah. So that all happened when they used to take the riverboat queen all the way up to Colorado, all the way up to where? Yeah. Up, all the way up. When it was open. It's not open anymore. No. But hey, whatever. That's what's been going on in the last 100 years or million years. And so when we watch what's going down here, we naturally have to watch a site like this, which is a Cal seismogram, and seeing, hey, is anything happening down in southern Cal? Why? Because they're all tied. If there's one's happening and another's happening, we should be, paying attention. And I mean, if I go to SCSN, go to the live version right here, and I'll put that out there for you. So if you don't have it, let me put this here. All right, done. And push it here for you. So if you want to watch all of California, or basically Southern California into Mexico, you can see the earthquakes happen. These are live. And there you go. But if you want to watch the California seismogram, this is the current one. And I'd be surprised if something didn't happen within the next, 48 hours in Southern Cal, as I respond to what's going on up in the north. Now, does it always happen? No. I wasn't told whether or not it was going to happen. So I'm just saying the likelihood that it will happen is a likelihood, And so you pay attention to what's going on around you. And so that's those people on the West Coast. Now, if you go up north, there are a bunch of quakes happening up here next to St. Helens. Did you notice that? Up here east of Seattle as well. Why? It's up in the Cascades, the beginning of the Cascades. Now, if I checked out the tremors today, and the tremors say 37 of them, right about Silesia again, and then down south just north of Polanco, right? Yeah, we saw that. The earthquakes are happening down here. Yep. And so let's look at the volcano. Let's look at Mount Rainier, see what it's saying. So off the cuff first, off the side, Puyallup River. We'll see what's going on. There we go. Oh, a couple of little active things that happen. Now, these are long distance earthquakes. It's seen that one a long distance away. These are a little bit closer, but that line, that squiggle, long squiggles, those are further away. Shorter the lines are more like this one. Those are closer. This could be like a rock fall or something, or a gas bubble in the mountain itself. But yeah, a couple of quakes happened. 3 o'clock, 2000 hours yesterday. So I think that's the Vanuatu earthquake. Yeah, could be. Yeah. And if I zoom out, you can see Vanuatu had a 6.4. Somebody had it up at 6.8, and they downgraded it back down to a 5.4 late last night. 649 and 18. Oh, that one's 18, so it's One's earlier, one's later. Yeah. Yeah, no, yeah. This is the one that happened today. The Vanuatu right there. So, yeah. So bumping. But that all came out of the 7 at here. Big smash down here. 6.4. It came out almost a 7 yesterday. And we're like, they got downgraded pretty quick. So all right. And then South America went off on a few of them. You know, bing, 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 bing. And then I was waiting for something here, but I think that's why I'm not sleeping well, because I can feel the tension. But this one came in 5.7. Really strong quake. Didn't create a tsunami or anything, but that's what happened there. So that's probably a Vanuatu. Oh, Chile just had another banger. That's pretty close to the seismogram. That's why it's so deep red. But if it's longer sail, then we know something really's up. We saw all this. All right. So looking at the Puyallup River, 2,000 hours thereabouts, and we say, 1,800 hours. Yeah, that's that one. That's the 6.4. And why did it show up over here? Because the volcanoes are connected to the depths below, and the wave goes around the planet. Yeah. So let's go ahead and look on top of the mountain. See what it's saying here on the back side. Camp Muir. Yeah, Aska. Yeah. I was hoping you'd say something about Aska. But you can see up there, bam. There's a little earthquake right there too. And then this one came through and the other one came through. Picking it up. It's kind of like having a tentacle. Yeah, they got tentacles, these volcanoes, right? If we looked at St. Helens, look at the same thing, just off the mountain. Take a look at Marata. See what's going on. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, you can see where the earthquakes came in. 2,000 hours, right? Yeah. And so it's not seeing a whole lot of other earthquakes or tremors for that matter. Have you noticed? There's no vibrations happening up here. However, and the tremors, they said there was. Yeah. But I guess they're far away enough for St. Helens and Rainier not to see it. Yeah. So, hey. All right. So let's look at a volcano that's a little bit further south. We'll look at Mount Hood. Go off Mount Hood. Haiyu Mountain. As tick tock. You can see it found them, earthquakes as well. This is one that happened. That's probably the earthquake we saw last night off the coast here. At 2,000 hours. Yep. So that's the banger. Bam. And then several others have gone through. But you can see the Vanuatu one right back in the back right there. Yeah. So, yeah. The mountains pick it up. Yeah, they do. So we look at the mountains, we watch the mountains, and we try to say, okay, what's going on? All right. So USGS doesn't have that earthquake on there yet. If we looked at the EMSC, Chile, go click this one. And what are they saying here? Antofagasta, Chile just comes in at the 4.1. Yeah, but it looks so damn dangerous. There it is. Well, that's because the seismograms are real close to the epicenter. Oh, all right. Offshore Guerrero, Mexico had a 4 as well today. Brazil popped in with a 5. Honshu, Japan had a 4. Yeah. Where's that 5 at? And Brazil here. There we go. There's the 5. Thaumaturgo. No. Thaumaturgo. Maturgo. Michael Thermagoo. All right, Mr. Magoo, right there. Mr. Magoo happened. Bango, bango, right? Boom. Big earthquakes can happen out here, man. Big, stinking earthquakes. They have. Yeah, we follow them all the time. Let's see. 508. Okay. Honshu, Japan, near Honshu, 4.2. Bouncing over here. 4.6, right? And then here's the 4.4. So, is the USGS has it as a 4.6 at 1400 hours. Honshu. I bet you it's not even on there. 1400 hours. Okay. An hour and a half ago, 4.2. But USGS has it at 4.6. Whoa, okay. 5-4 Vanuatu, we saw that already. Band of Sea pops in at a 4.3 2 hours ago. 4-0 Kamchatka. Central Afghanistan, so the stands are, starting to argue again, as Western France and Western Texas is still saying hello to everybody. With smallies, of course. Azores Islands region had a 2.8. France and all them, little twos. Potasi, Bolivia, banged in with a 4.6 right after Sichuan, China. Yeah, maybe they're trying to bury all the evidence out there in Sichuan. I don't know. 4.6. 4-1 Veracruz, Mexico. That's on the back side of Mexico there. Kuril came in with a 4.6. 6.5 hours ago. Papua Indonesia with a little 4. Banged out. Kuril. Hey, Kurils are up there by Kamchatka. It's doing with a 4.1. Southern Missouri. Did you see all this? Huh? What? Now, is it on the USGS? Maybe. Yeah, right there. Yeah. Caruthersville. There it is. Caruthersville. Was that where the Caruthers brothers were from? I don't know. As we zoom in, it's just right there. There's Caruthersville, right here. Out here is Tennessee. Here's Arkansas. And here is a little bit of Missouri. And all right here. Bang. I wonder. Yeah. 2.0. Right? Yeah. Texas is banging. Missouri's banging. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, South Carolina banged. Yes, sure did. 2.2, South Carolina. Elgin. You remember Elgin? We've talked about Elgin quite a bit. When we were looking off there at Elgin, I think we found gold mining in the area. Bing, 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 bing. Yeah. And then we traced it to another earthquake out there in Africa. Yeah. So maybe. Lug off, will you? Yeah, just lug off. There you go. Cook Strait, New Zealand popped in with a 3. That's, a little bit there. Salvador off its shore had a 4.2. It's in a subduction zone. Antofagasta, Chile with a 5.2. Let's look at that one. Hey. Yeah, Antofagasta, Chile, back in here. In the desert. Right before the mountains. Banging. Wonder. Not too far from the subduction zone, right? Let's see what we got here on the USGS telling us. All right, here's Potasi, 4.6 in Chile. Antofagasta, 4.9. Here's the mountain range right here. Here's a volcan, lichen Kadbur, whatever. Here's another one. Right in the middle. Antofagasta's right here. Yeah. Antofagasta is where it's all started. Maybe Iquique. Maybe it started back in the 1800s. Where it went bang, 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 and then boom, way down here in Valdivia. You know, I think that was in the 60s, 1960s, and then also in the 1800s. Valparaiso rocked and rolled. Concepcion. This area gets friggin' massive, massive earthquakes. The concentration that I've been seeing over the past couple of months just by watching is from basically right here straight toward the corner and then back out. It's almost like there's something here that's invisible that's telling us that it's active. The armpit, it's stinky. Yeah. EMSC hides it. Yeah, they all hide them. Maybe. Who knows? But anyway. So we're about 10 hours out. The Bay of Biscay is a little 241 Java C 49 Eastern Papua New Guinea. I think that's when we were online watching the other stuff happening. Isuzu Japan came in with a 4-4. That's in the southern, off Honshu, but south. And off the coast of Oregon, 4.1, man. There's, off the coast of Oregon, 3.5. Off the coast of Oregon, 4.8. Off the coast of Oregon, 5.7. Off the coast of Oregon, a 4.4. It went ape turd on us. It did. It's like, what are you doing? Papua New Guinea had a 4.9 13 hours ago. So why all of a sudden it's all of a sudden because we haven't been able to see what the quake's been doing because it's not being reported to us because there's so much to report. And the USGS has just a couple little guys, wearing their pink tutus and their green shirts and dancing around with their beards and their man buns and their, Crocs and drinking Bud Light. That's what they're doing all day long. And then especially in the night. They look for the next mountain to climb. Yeah. Sickos. Vanuatu 6.7 happened 14 hours, 19 minutes ago. That came out as a big quake. Now, USGS has it at 6.4. And the double entendre, I know. The carbon footprint is strong and chilly, coming directly from Uranus. I know, right? 6.7 Vanuatu. You kind of like them. Oh, gives you something to hold on to, I guess. But nah. Yeah, it came in as a 6.8 there, buddy. And then it got downgraded to 6.4. I've got it as a 7 to a 7.1. That's what I looked at. And yeah, man, we can look over there and I'll show you what I was seeing. If I'm banging here now. Now remember, USGS doesn't check it out the same stinking way. Why? Because they look at the intensity. And if I can find it here for you, the video that I have. It explains what the USGS thinks about all those. And this young gal, see if I still have it. Let me see here. No, I do not. Wow, bummer. Only because it's really good in explaining what happens. And bummer. I keep finding it and then I lose it again. Yeah, story of my friggin' life. No, bummer. if I could do a search on it, but maybe down here. Oops. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think I have it anymore. Maybe I do right here. Where is she? Yeah, I found her on YouTube or somewhere. She explains how the USGS sees, you know, earthquakes. And I think I have it in here. It just has to come up, and I gotta see the picture. See if I can find it again. We create a lot of videos here at JSL, for sure. Got so darn many of them. Yeah, I don't have it anymore. God bless America. Because I'm recording, it's running a little bit slower. This is a fast computer too. Yeah. But hey. I don't know why that. Yeah. I couldn't hear that. I don't know if you could. Yeah, I'll find it and I'll play it later. Forget about it. Forget about it. We got 10 hours for it. Rabbit hole. You've seen a rabbit hole, have you? Yeah. Hopefully you have. Because in the morning reports, we talk about the rabbit hole. Yeah. There's the rabbit hole happening, right? Yeah. And let's see if they'll come up. There we go. The rabbit hole was created to dive deeper into subjects that needed further examination. Hi, I'm Joe, and my guest and I will take you on a journey of discovery and exploration. We will provide insight and theories regarding the subjects we discuss. Come join us live at joeslicklive.locals.com, or you can join us on Facebook or Twitch or YouTube. Thanks, and look forward to seeing you. And remember, don't get none on you. All right. Yeah, remember doing that, eh? Hey. Well, anyway, solar wind right now is 504. Density's nil. We've had a C8 and a M1 in the last 24 hours. I think the M1's what's kept me up all night long. I was watching it there, and Timmy was watching it, and then we were like, oh, I'm done. I gotta go sleep. I couldn't sleep for the rest of the evening. Man, I kept hearing noises, things moving, right? 3615 is right over here now. It still has power enough for what? X flares. All the other ones are clear. It's just this monster right here. And I think there might be one coming around the corner. She'll be coming in the morning and she comes. Chance of flares today, 75% chance for M, 25% for an X. Look out, everybody. Yeah. KP index is 3 right now, which is a little bit easier to breathe. There is no significant coronal holes on the disk, so that's looking good. So I see 75%, 25% for that. Right. 10% for geomatic storms. Nada. Today being the 27th of what? March. 1, 2, 3 rocks flying in our area, or traveling in our area. One is 93 feet across. Another one is 131 feet across. and another's 120 feet across. That's right. All of them are traveling at about 10 kilometers or more a second. And the first one, which is 93 feet across, well, it's about 2 lunar distances away. Yeah. About, 800,000 kilometers. Yeah. The other ones are between 8 and 13 lunar distances away. So about 2.5 to 3,000 or 3 million kilometers away. So what we do is we only look at rocks that are within 5% of the distance of the Earth toward the sun. Those are the things that we can watch. The other ones we can't really watch because there's just too many of them. So let's just watch what's, flying around us and moving in our zone, or we're moving in its zone. Yep. And it'll be more and more interesting as the year goes on, because we got some larger rocks coming our way here in April. Yeah. Some that are 1/4 of a mile. You don't want to see that one. Yeah. And the largest one, about 8.5 lunar distances out there. Yeah, another big one is about 18 distances away. So nothing to worry about right now, but you just don't know. Because look, some of these are city killers. Yeah, I wouldn't say they're world killers yet, but city killers. 1/4 of a mile wide, wallops the Earth over a city. The city doesn't exist anymore. So that's why we kind of watch those things too. In addition to that, I think we have a launch today. I may have missed. Nope, they moved it. March 28. All right. Vandenberg. Okay, got moved. The next launch is tomorrow. A Delta IV Heavy. Cape Canaveral. Yeah. So, the Falcon 9 got moved. Yeah. Far out. They're popping them off on both sides of the United States. So, yeah. So, it is what it is, baby. It was today, but I was planning to show it too. Oh, well. They moved it. As we're looking at the volcano here. In the volcano news, Ibu Dakono popping pretty good. I think Ibu went 14,000, so that'd be a 10,000 foot popperini. In the news today, March 27th, 2024, according to Volcano Discovery, Santa Guido, Fuego, Popo, Ibu, Maurapi, Askja, Nevada del Ruiz, and Sabancaya. Ibu popped today at 11,014, by the way. That's over there, Halemarahara. Remember when Dakono popped real heavy? Now it's Ibu. I wonder what's going on. Yeah, oh no, it's random. Whatever. Fuego volcano popping to 16. That's from 12.3 to 16. A little bit higher on its normal. Sabancaya, maybe there's some weather that's not there. Sabancaya volcano down there in the armpit, unable to detect. I don't know why I was thinking of Devo there. Unable to detect. Anyway, oh my gosh. Flashback. Oh my gosh, what a flashback that was. 15,000 feet elevation is the ash coming out of Merapi last night. Now Merapi's a 9,600 foot mountain, so it's about 5,000 feet, but still, scared the hell out of a lot of people because they didn't see it coming. Just like the 22 people that got wiped out because they were climbing the mountain. I want to go see the volcano. Gee. Oh shit. Boom. Now Popo, little 3,500 foot pop. Merapi, sudden powerful explosion with some lava bombs. It's kind of like, yeah, it's an eruption with the likelihood of cannonballs falling down all over you, showering around you. Lava bombs. Boom. Yeah. Gas broke through. It got clogged in the pipe. The gas built up underneath. Built so much so that when it pushed the cork out, it went, and out there it goes. Yeah, popped everywhere. And people went, "Whoa, no, Mr. Bill." Flashbacks. I told you 80s flashbacks. I mean, maybe it's the 70s. I don't know. Santa Guido volcano. It's all the coffee, man. What's in your coffee? I don't know, man. It's, yeah. Astja volcano, central Iceland. Seismic swarm yesterday has picked up. They're like, yeah, if they're looking at the Rick James, Astja's like over here, I think. Let's go find the map on Astja, huh? Yeah, open it up. We talked about it a little bit last night. We didn't record anything. We just talked about it. Anyway, I'm having a lot of fun here. Here's some video of a webcam here. It's smoking, baby. It's smoking. Yeah. Astja. Latest nearby earthquakes. Let's check them out. All right. Yeah, they had an uptick. Read more. Read all about it. 1.5. Last week had a 3.5. But hey, see all the earthquakes in the last 24 hours. There you go. Right? I guess. The strongest magnitude today is a 1.5 in 2 hours, 33 minutes ago. Yeah. Number of quakes, a long-term average past 24 hours per 3. But it's like, hey, we're all aware now. If Astja blows, yeah. I'm not going to say anymore. Old Snarly, he wants to know where Uranus is, so I better look and show him where Uranus is. Yep, he wants that Mitch Cup check. There it is. It's on the other side of Jupiter. It's always on the other side of Jupiter, I think. At least when he's been around. It might be good. Jupiter's blocking it. Everything. It's our protector, right? So we have Mercury looking here, Venus and Mars, and Saturn and Neptune out here. So I think when we're looking at the sun, we might see Mercury or Venus. I don't know. We'll see Jupiter. So if we went to the LASCO and we looked and we go play, one of the sides, we should be able to see something. Boom. There's a little something. Out in front of us, so that shouldn't bug us. Maybe this one right out here. Yeah. Maybe Jupiter. Uranus is right there. I don't know. I don't think so, because Uranus is way out there. All right, let's look at where that thing's coming here. They got it to the 1st, so it's only 3 days. It's running a little bit late. Seeing if anything's coming. We got a little bit of wind picking up here on the 28th tomorrow, and will stay with us, or plasma, I should say. Yeah, we might get a little aurora. We might get a little aurora by the 1st. The wind's going to drop off pretty dramatically, actually. Yeah, pretty dramatically, unless something popped that they didn't have it on there. So you needed to know. And Astja is over there in Iceland. You needed to know. And again, we're looking here at the live version of California on the SCSN seismograms, and Rick James. Right? If it blows up, you're going to see Uranus from there, he says. No. Yeah, right, yeah. Yeah, Philippines just came a little bumpy bump, and California seismo. Let's see what's going on. Nothing as of yet. We'll let you know when it does. And here we go. And let's see. Yeah, all looks good. Yeah, it's all relative. Anyway, We'll keep you abreast of what's going on, leave my breast alone, damn it. But, yeah. Is there anything else we need to talk about? I have felt many. What? Oh, earthquakes? Okay. Well, you are a masseuse. Let's see here. The buoys. Any drunk Chinamen out there today? I don't see any. Somebody was drunk when they ran that ship into the deal. Yeah. I don't buy the bull crap. Hey, man, come on. Big t-shirt, Billy. Yeah. Yeah. I'm in one of those moods. I had a crappy ass sleep last night, but a little bit of CBD, rub him on the back, and bang, I'm all right. It stopped hurting. And a little coffee in the belly, and a little blueberry muffin, and I'm a zinging, ready to rock and roll, baby. Oh God, hurting the man buns. She's felt many man buns. That's right. Well, if you want your buns, 8675309. Call her up. Your number's on the wall. Yeah. I love you guys so much. Oh my gosh, so much fun. Oh my gosh. Oh. Oh my gosh. Oh, Tommy Two-Tone. Anyway, have a big hug. Love somebody today. Give them a smack on the ass. And call 8675309. Oh my gosh, love you.